Welcome to 13 News Now.
Hey, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Erin Noon, and you're watching 13 News Now. Now we're going to be coming here to you live every night starting at 9 p.m. right here at the WOWK-TV studios at our new digital desk. We're going to have some weather coming up as well, but for now we're going to start off the newscast by talking about the top 3 trending stories going on at WOWKTV.com right now. All right, now coming in at number 3, we have a guest is attempting baseball-style slide and cracks glass on a suspension bridge. That's kind of interesting. And then coming in at number 2, we have a video of a 92-year-old who was shoved to the ground by a stranger. Now, as far as I know, they have identified this stranger, and the woman, we're not really sure on her condition right now, but she did hit her head off of a fire hydrant, and you can find that video on our website, WOWKTV.com. And coming in at number 1 for tonight is an Elkview couple who is going to be charged for child concealment. They are missing right now, and Kanawha County authorities are looking for them. The couple's children are ages 10, 8, and 1. And according to the Child Protective Services, a caseworker tried to work with the couple to find someone who could care for their children. And when they failed, officials obtained a court order to remove the children from the home, and that's when they decided to take off. So if you have any knowings of their whereabouts, please contact the police. And yeah, all right, so we're gonna just jump right into things here. So just a short while ago, Huntington Mayor Steve Williams and City Council Chairman Mark Bates, who we're going to hear from in just a second, announced a plan to make Juneteenth, and that is this Friday, an official city holiday. Here's what City Council official Mark Bates had to say about it. Now, the 19th of June is the date the Emancipation Proclamation was read by the Union General to previously enslaved men and women in Galveston, Texas in 1865. Among African Americans, Juneteenth is also known as Freedom Day and Jubilee Day. The proposal is being put before the full City Council tomorrow evening in a special council session. Both mayor and council chairmen say they've already sounded out the full council, and it appears likely that the measure will pass, closing City Hall, paying city workers holiday pay, and limiting some city services. If it's passed by council Wednesday evening, it would become a permanent city holiday. A U.S. Supreme Court ruling is bringing both praise and concern for West Virginia. On Monday, the High Court overturned an appeals court ruling that had halted construction on the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. The pipeline runs from West Virginia through Virginia and North Carolina, where gas will be sent to market. Environmentalists say there are cleaner ways to produce energy, but pipeline backers says it's good for the economy. The Sierra Club says there could be other legal challenges to the pipeline, including under the Federal Endangered Species and Clean Water Act. It and other environmental groups may challenge the Atlantic Pipeline in court. Now, Mark Curtis has this full story on our website. Just go to WOWKTV.com. Now we have some shocking news out of Kentucky today. There have been 12 drownings in the state since Memorial Day weekend. This has officials very concerned. They are urging people who are planning to go out on the water this summer to be as cautious as possible. Officials say to be aware of your surroundings, and you should have a life jacket no matter how well you can swim, and keep an eye on children on or near the water. Happening out of Minden today, residents are still cleaning up their homes and properties after flash flooding hit the area Sunday night. 13 News reporter Cassidy Wood was there yesterday and today, where she met some people who felt forgotten But today she found at least one agency that is doing what it can to help.
I didn't think it was going to be quite this bad.
I was here in Minden covering the damage that Sunday storm brought to the area. Well, today, Fayette County Health Department is out here making sure their community stays safe while they continue cleaning up.
The way I have seen this and the way it's always been, they dump this stuff down here in Minden. They don't really care. And matter of fact, it's been said.
Many Minden residents, just like Susie Worley Jenkins, often feel forgotten by people who can help. Sunday's storm and the water running over and through the land increased health concerns already created by sewage and drainage problems throughout the area. Tuesday, Fayette County Health Department stepped in.
It's tough, and as soon as we got hit the other night, I was out in my car driving around to see what we could do.
Terry Harlan works for the health department. Today, her office handing out supplies like food and water and giving shots.
We have our health officer here, so Dr. Stewart is here. The main one that we're worried about here is tetanus.
Dr. Anita Stewart says it's extremely important to get these vaccines because of the serious dangers in the floodwaters.
There's frequent contaminant, there's chemicals, if some, like propane and things like that. So it is dangerous. So making sure that you're using good hygiene when you're out in the waters.
Still, many Minden residents are demanding answers for how it even got this bad. That's a question for someone else. As for the health department,
Yeah, I don't know that anyone is at fault. I mean, it was a flooding event. We're certainly willing to do whatever we can to help folks be safe here.
In Fayette County, Cassidy Wood, 13 News, working for you.
Mom came up about every Wednesday and took him to
The health department was in front of the Minden community for most of the day today, but if you did miss the opportunity, don't worry, you can still get vaccinated. Just contact the health department and they will get you an appointment. But are we really out of the woods yet when it comes to flooding? We're going to head over to our chief meteorologist, Spencer Adkins, who's in the weather lab. Spencer, what can we expect for the next for the week coming up?
All right, hey Erin. Yeah, it's been a little cooler than normal. By the way, I do want to just say that this is a great time to be here online with you, and of course we're live on the web at www.ktv.com. I'm the weather dude in the box, and so I think we also should give this kind of a new nickname. Yes, I do like 13 News Now, but come on, I think we should call it Noon at 9 is really what we should call this broadcast. So that's the nickname that I'm giving it starting tonight. So we'll see how that goes. All right, now I do want to show you that we have some gorgeous sunsets. I'll punch myself out so you can look at that. That is amazing in Ashland area. Oh, Huntington. That is a painting. That makes just a Bob Ross painting to hang on your wall right there. And Charleston, it's finally nice to see a little sun out there in the distance, but it's way in the distance. 55 degrees is where we started in Charleston, 54 in Huntington, so that's well below normal. Your current temperature, it is cooler, and we should be up around 80 degrees, and you have 66 in Charleston, 70 in Huntington right now, and I'll show you why we have this in just a few minutes, 70 in Portsmouth and Grayson. So we have rain showing up on the Viper real-time radar now. The rainfall is mainly coming at us from the east. Now, I know there's a lot of weird things going on, but this is coming from the east. It really is, and this is because it's part of a large area of low pressure, which is down along the eastern seacoast, and those spin counterclockwise, so that's grabbing Atlantic moisture. This is coming from Nags Head. This is coming from Cape Hatteras, and it's flowing into West Virginia with rainfall as it wraps back around that area of low pressure. Big high is keeping things beautiful in New England. I've seen pictures from Michigan and Wisconsin today that make me jealous of their weather thanks to the big area of high pressure. But the low is the controlling factor for us, and it's just sitting there. It is a little unseasonably cool, and it will continue to do that tomorrow. As you can see, that low moves closer to us, and then the same thing happens on Thursday. And by the way, for those of you who were saying, but isn't it supposed to be summer? Summer does start Saturday at 5:43. That's the summer solstice. That's as long as we're going to see the daylight for the year. Longest day of the year, people say, of course, they're all 24 hours, but the longest amount of daylight, and it actually occurs when the sun's rays are directly over that Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degrees of the angle of the sun. So we're in the northern hemisphere with those strongest rays. They'll start to travel back toward the equator. That's when we'll start to lose a couple of minutes of daylight, but we won't lose the heat. Check out the models here. This is Saturday afternoon. We're in the upper 80s. Let's take it out to Sunday afternoon, and we'll see some upper 80s as well. We'll start the day in the 60s, but we are going to see those high temperatures get back well into the mid and upper 80s. So there is a taste of summer. Here's predictor. Here's what we watch, those showers coming at us from the east still. And tomorrow morning, let's go kind of Summersville, Fayetteville with a little morning shower. Then they press back, Erin, to the west, actually closer to the Ohio River by 3, 4 o'clock. Places that have not seen rain in a few days should see rain. So probably I need to boost those chances percentage-wise based on this brand new look at predictor. Thursday morning, the showers are there. They spiral around, and it looks like the center of the spin is right around Putnam County. And so the entire region could see afternoon showers and storms. They'll diminish with the lack of the daytime heat. Here's what we really wanted to see. How much rainfall can we see? And that's not good news. 2 inches of rain in Fayetteville. As long as it comes in drips and drabs, that'll be okay. As long as it doesn't come 2 inches within 3 hours, and we don't think it will. But we're going to watch out in Fayetteville. We'll watch out in Beckley for the potential of some high water. So tonight, we'll drop back down to roughly about 57 degrees. And the planner again, if you'll note, you'll start there at about 57. You'll look for a 70s tomorrow. We should be in the 80s easily for this time of year. So let's jump out to that 7-day outlook. And here it is. We'll go with 70s on Thursday, 70s on Friday by that time we're into the 80s. But then Saturday and Sunday, there's that big time heat that you were looking for, that I was looking for, a lot of people. Small chances for rain. Monday and Tuesday, we jump back into the 80s. And by the way, if you're thinking of getting out, one of the things you can do is do a little bit of camping right there. So it's not a bad weekend to do that. 88, 89 degrees, a good opportunity to get outside and enjoy some of nature. So we're going to get there, Erin, eventually. It's just a little cool. Keep your umbrellas handy. And from the weather office, we'll say have a good night.
Spencer, thanks so much. Noon at 9. We have to get that. We have to get that copyrighted, I guess, or something. That's awesome. Hey, thanks so much for that weather update. Appreciate you.
Well.
All right, well, that's going to wrap it up tonight for 13 News Now. We will be here every night at 9 p.m. and anything breaking or even some severe weather coming your way, we will be right here for you and ready to go. All right, we'll see you here tomorrow night at 9. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night.